Hey, my name is actually Brady Secules, but that's fine. I get it. Secules is a weird name. People don't know how to read it on paper and then say it out loud. Billy did better than this other host of this other show one time. The host had my name written on a cue card, but he hadn't looked at it yet. And he said, "All right, please welcome to the stage your next comedian. It's Brady." Ah, shit. And then he left it at that. And then I had to just walk on stage like, "Hi, I'm Brady." Oh, shit. It's an Irish name, maybe. That's stupid. My wife and I, we got to go to Ireland about 6 months ago, and I found out that the Irish, they're very blunt with their street signage. And I found this out because I was driving through a school zone, or actually my wife was driving because I suck at driving, but we were going through a school zone, and I saw a sign, like a real government-issued sign that said, well, here it would say, "Slow down, children at play," right? That's what you see here. In Ireland, it said, "Kill your speed, not a child." I was like, that's graphic imagery for street signage, right? Like, who's writing their signs? George R.R. Martin? What's going on over there? I saw this when I was in Northern Ireland. So, like, I saw a currency-based store. Our currency is the dollar. When you go up into Northern Ireland, they operate on the British pound. And so I saw a real currency-based store called Pound Town. That's not a joke. That's just a real thing that I saw. But it got me thinking, like, what would a radio ad for Pound Town sound like? "Hey, baby, tonight I'm going to take you to Pound Town." Because we are on a budget. That's right. Come on down to Pound Town, where you can get more bang for your pound. I mentioned I'm married. I have a wife. My wife is real quick. She's way too smart for me. She always beats me to punchlines, which sucks because I'm a comedian. But this happened a while ago. This was like a couple years ago. We both bought new phones at the same time, but we bought different phones from each other. So this one day we found ourselves hanging out in a mall food court, arguing over who had bought the better phone. You know how you do when you're married, right? My phone can do this, my phone can do that, different features. And then my wife goes, "Check this out." And she pulled out her phone, and out loud she said, "Hey Siri, what time are the Oscars on tomorrow?" She just said it out in the universe, and this stranger, was walking through the mall food court, and he heard that, and he goes, "Oh, the Oscars are on tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific." And then he kept walking, and I was like, "What the?" And my wife goes, "Do you see that? My phone just conjured a man." So she won. Should have got that phone. Bill is right. He flew me down here from Bellingham, Washington. That's where I live. Bellingham is you know Bellingham? Cool. It's a tiny, weird little town. They do have a lot of weird folks in Bellingham, and I noticed this because I was looking up a local grocery store, and I found a Yelp review for this grocery store. I think it's a great store. I'd give it 5 out of 5. I have no issues. This person did not like it. They give it a 1-star review on Yelp, and I'm just going to recite this word for word, this Yelp review. I'm not making any of this up. This is what it said. "I mostly go in there for the water. Every time I go shopping for water, there's an employee in the water aisle, and it seems like I'm being watched or monitored by them. I reported this to a manager, and it seemed as if the manager already knew who I was and didn't want to help. I tried to return a product, parentheses, water, and that employee didn't want to help me either. I wonder why people look at me this way everywhere I go." So now it's no longer a 1-star Yelp review against the Fred Meyer, but a 1-star Yelp review against society as a whole. But that's something else. They continued, "I wonder if it's a secret genocide. May God have mercy on us all." 1 star. Here's why I bring it up. 6 people in Bellingham, Washington found that review useful. How? Why? Those people are like, "Oh yes, I know what you mean. I also do a shitload of meth before I do my grocery shopping, so that makes sense." Thank you for the heads up. Let's see. My day job, this is fun to say on this show. My day job, I work at a drug and alcohol recovery center. That is 100% true. That's why I get super high on the weekends. And by weekends, I mean only on this show. I don't actually smoke regularly, but I did the show last night, have 0 tolerance, and I did 4 dabs, and I was out of my body on stage last night, so we'll see what happens tonight. But I do work at a drug and alcohol recovery center, and you see a lot of weird stuff at a recovery center. One time this guy came in, and he said to me, he's like, hey, I have an addiction. Can you help me? And I said, hey, man, we try to help people with all sorts of addictions. What is your substance of choice? And this guy said that he was addicted to buying and collecting baseball cards. He's collected so many baseball cards, he's currently renting a second apartment that his wife doesn't know about. So he has a place to hang out and sort and file his baseball cards. Can we help him? I was like, fuck no, man, that's really weird. Like, just do heroin like everyone else. That'll be so much easier to fix that. It is horrible, you're right. I've been working in this recovery center for a few years now, though, and these women that I work with, they've always been my coworkers. But recently, several of us got reassigned, and so now me and 3 women work in this one office area together, which hadn't happened previously. And so on the first day that all 4 of us moved in, one of the women made a joke. Ladies, let me know if you and your friends say this to each other. She said, oh, hey, you know what happens when women work together in close proximity? Yeah, their periods sync up. Yeah, you know what's up, yeah. The second woman goes, well, actually, because of menopause, I don't get a period. The third woman said, actually, I don't get a period either. Okay. And then the first woman, the one who brought it up, was like, okay, look, I was trying to make a joke, but if I'm going to be honest, I don't get a period either. So none of them get periods. So then I said, looks like y'all synced up with me. You're welcome. My name's Brady Secules. Thank you.